Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Andy Roo channel. Today's video, we're talking about how I think Sam is still just as horrible in Season 3 as she was in previous seasons. After going through all my points, I have actually started to see things more on Sam's perspective. She had a totally legitimate reason to break up with Robbie. It doesn't really justify her getting with Miguel right after that, but I think she did the right thing moving on. She gave him the benefit of the doubt, but he tried to attack Miguel. I'll get more into that in a moment. You can agree or disagree as much as you want, but this video is strictly my opinion and why I think this way, so whatever you do, don't be mean to me, Sam lovers, because that'll trigger me in my safe space behind the screen. That goes for the Sam haters too. No arguing in the comment section, please, and to not be biased, I'll say some things I like about her character as well, like I just did, but this video is mainly why I think she didn't really change or become likable this season for me. So let's get right into it. My first point has to do with how she handled her relationship with Miguel and Robbie, mostly Robbie. We can see early on in the season that she is shaken up from the fight and feels guilty about everything. She seems to be doing the right thing, trying to make up for what Robbie did by raising money for Miguel's surgery. That's all great. That is one thing she did that I liked. It seemed like her character was going the right direction. She even tried to see if Robbie was okay still. The only problem with all of this is that she starts to fall for Miguel again. I know you can't help how you feel, but this only proves that Robbie was just a rebound. She just completely forgot about him. I mean, she didn't even fall for Miguel again. She already still had feelings for him. But it's one thing to feel bad for Miguel, but she doesn't seem to worry that much about Robbie. Sure, she emailed him a few times, but one of those emails said, "If you're okay, then please answer." He obviously didn't answer, as we know, but you would think any caring girlfriend would keep trying to get a hold of you. It really makes me wonder how and when all these breakups in the show take place. We haven't seen one scene of anyone breaking up with anyone, except for Moon and Hawk. It has all been off screen supposedly. My only problem with that is how Miguel and Tori broke up. They were still together by the time the school fight happened, and they couldn't have possibly broken up after it since Miguel was incapable. I'm assuming that they assumed they were broken up. If that's the case, then it's on Tori's end because Miguel cheated on her with Sam, and it's the whole reason this fight started. My point is that Sam and Robbie never officially broke up. We had two scenes with Sam ending things with Miguel and Kyler without her actually saying they were done. Off screen there could have been texting officially confirming it, but we don't see it. I'm assuming that's the case since that happens in real life after an argument in a relationship. Miguel and Kyler probably texted saying, "Can we talk about this?" and Sam just saying, "No, we're done." That definitely didn't happen with Miguel and Tori for the obvious reasons, so it was probably assumptions on Miguel's end. She started a whole fight after not responding to him and never visited him in the hospital. This was kind of cleared up though when they talked at Tori's other job. She didn't know what to do and she was frustrated. You can see after that scene that they are officially broken up now. I'm definitely not really a Tori fan, but that was one of Miguel's biggest flaws and asshole moves. I don't care who it is, you don't cheat on somebody. It's also why I don't understand everyone praising Miguel like a hero when he came back to school. He's probably just as responsible, if not more responsible, for the school fight than Sam. Ultimately, Tori's the one to blame, but Sam was drunk and didn't know what she was doing. Miguel was sober. Anyway, I'm getting off track. My point is that Sam and Robbie never officially broke up. You can't even really assume they broke up. Okay, maybe you can, but Sam and Robbie certainly didn't. In fact, their only breakup scene was probably after Robbie tried to attack Miguel. With that being the case, then you should understand even more why Sam was horrible this season still. After the fight at school, Robbie went missing for 2 weeks. Sam is still worried about him, and Robbie is still worried about her. He may say that she broke up with him as soon as she said, "Robbie, what did you do?" But I think everyone in the entire world would have said that to him regardless if she ended things. I don't think things were over. We already established that she has emailed him, but none of those emails have anything to do with breaking up. It was only care. Of course, Robbie's gonna think she still wants to be with him. He didn't do anything wrong besides almost killing Miguel, and it wasn't anything done directly towards her. Also, on the news, Sam even said that what he did was an accident. At least she hopes. I'll get back to that second part later because that's important. So from Robbie's point of view, you can see that they still have a thing going on in all this madness. Maybe you and Sam think Robbie broke up with her since she cheated, but Robbie said to Tori that she made a mistake and that she is a good person. He's clearly sticking up for her and is forgiving her for what she did. Then he catches Sam and Miguel together. That's horrible. But now let me explain from Sam's perspective because I think she assumed they were broken up. A lot of what's going on is miscommunication, and it's why I put the emphasis on officially breaking up. Sam cheated on Robbie, and she knows that he knows. She thinks Robbie kicked Miguel on accident, but she doesn't really know because he could have really been mad that he kissed her. She said, "At least I hope." That's actually very important because it signifies Sam being unsure of their relationship in general. Obviously, she's still going to reach out and be caring for him. She probably wants to apologize as well for what she did, but Robbie never emailed back. She probably assumed that he wants nothing to do with her and that they are officially done. Her email said, "Robbie, are you okay? Please get back to me if you're okay." Well, you're not getting back to me, so I assume you're just done with me. Oh well, I'll just hook up with the guy I cheated with while you're away. It's okay though, because you injured him, so I have an excuse to be around them again. I won't take into consideration that it may not be able to get back to me. I'll just be dumped. Okay, she didn't say all that, but come on, it's pretty much the truth. But as we know from Robbie's point of view, that's not true. I give Sam the benefit of the doubt with that one. She was just trying to make things right, like I said, but her moving on to Miguel so quickly is one thing that makes her so horrible this season. So she assumed that her and Robbie were done, so she can do whatever she wants now, right? Wrong. She didn't think for one moment that her getting back with Miguel would be kind of fucked up. If she assumes that Robbie broke up with her, then the reason is obviously that she cheated on him with Miguel. So what better thing to do than hook up with the guy that you cheated with while Robbie's away? She was clearly only thinking about herself again and not thinking about the consequences of her actions. You're gonna get with the guy that you cheated with, and then when your supposed ex-boyfriend, who you think broke up with you after cheating on him, catches you guys together, you're going to completely deny it? What the hell is wrong with you? After Robbie said "shoulda known," and she says, "Robbie, that really means, oh shit, we're still together?" And when she said, "you never emailed back," she really meant, "I thought you broke up with me, so I'm justified to get with Miguel again." It's screwed up. You also have to remember that Sam never apologized at all for cheating on him. Robbie made a huge mistake, but she did too. She only ever seemed to apologize for what he did though. If you think about it, it may seem like she's taking responsibility, but she's only taking responsibility for Robbie because it's obviously his fault and she had nothing to do with it except for being the girlfriend. Nah, I'm sure that's not true. I'm sure she feels just as responsible. I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the video that I think she was justified for breaking up with Robbie, and let me explain why. We're going to go back to that line again where she said that was an accident. At least, I hope it was. She wasn't sure if Robbie meant to kick Miguel off the rail because she thinks he could have been so filled with rage that he wanted to hurt him for what he did. It's only until he sees her again that she thinks, okay, maybe he did mean to hurt him because he tried to attack him again. She thinks she assumed right by him being mad because that's how he acts when he sees them there. Sam believes he did it on purpose now, so yeah, I think she's definitely in the right to break up with him. You're gonna hurt the kid you almost paralyzed based on assumptions? Like I said, it's a situation reversed in season 1, but this time we should completely understand why she broke up with him this time. That's why I think the scene was the official breakup. Now another reason she was so horrible is that she kept bullying Cobra Kai the entire season. Except for when they broke in and entered her house, of course. Sam never takes into account anyone else's feelings. Believe it or not, Hulk is probably just as hurt as Sam for what happened to Miguel. He feels like she's responsible, and he has a right to feel that way. Of course he's going to be angry seeing her at the hospital visit Miguel because he thinks she's the reason he's there. And knowing Hulk, you know he doesn't hold anything back when he has something to say. Sure, it was an asshole thing to destroy Dimitri's project and to steal shit from golf and stuff, but it's not like they're insinuating any type of violence. That is just their way of retaliating and getting even. I'm not denying that they were assholes, but this video is about Sam, not Hulk or the Cobra Kais. After Hulk destroys Dimitri's project, you think Sam is trying to stick up for Dimitri, but all she did was threaten him, saying, "You better back off, or you won't be lucky." That doesn't seem very Miyagi-like to me. Hulk then immediately snaps back with, "Why don't you sleep around with someone new and break his heart?" Potentially referring to both Miguel and Robbie if you think about it. A very valid point from Hulk. Sam proceeds to strike first and pushes Hulk, pretty much being the first one to initiate physical contact. After Counselor Black comes over, Hulk then sends a threat back, which of course is the right thing to do if you're in Cobra Kai. Hulk never did anything huge to get back at them though. Everything they did was a little asshole moves, but they never tried to fight them like Sam did. Sam and the rest of Miyagi-Do got into trouble at school because they literally beat the crap out of them playing soccer. Something that Sam initiated, again. Am I the only one that thinks they deserved it? Why wouldn't they get in trouble for that? Of course, Cobra Kai fired back on the field, but who wouldn't when someone starts playing dirty against you? It's literally the soccer field incident in the first Karate Kid, but reversed. Miyagi-Do started all the fights this season, including the fight at the abandoned laser tag place. Sam comes into place with the rest of Miyagi-Do looking for a fight. Even then, Hawk doesn't start anything. All he says is, "What do you want?" Then Sam proceeds to say payback and starts wailing on Cobra Kai. Payback for what? Putting Robbie in juvie? No, you don't care about that for sure. Dimitri's project? That's a stupid reason to start a fight. Getting you detention? That's probably the most likely, but that's something a bully would start a fight over. You can see Hawk's surprised expression as the fight starts. Cobra Kai ends up beating their asses and Hawk gets Dimitri in an arm submission, much like Miguel's with Robbie. You can tell Hawk didn't want to do this, but he was pressured by everyone else and was probably worried what would happen if he didn't. Maybe he was waiting for Sam to stop him, but at this point, Tori was in the room and it scared her shitless. So he had no choice but to break it because he obviously wasn't going to show mercy. This is all on Sam in my opinion. She started a fight she couldn't finish and let Dimitri get his arm broken. Her mom was right to get mad at her for starting another fight, but since she was crying to mommy, literally, she believed the lies Sam was saying. She said she just wanted to show that they couldn't be bullied, but I don't see anywhere where they were bullying, besides the petty shit. She should know better than anyone that there are better ways to solve problems than violence. She must have told her mom they were jumped as well, since when Amanda confronted Kreese, that's the story she told. So straight up lying to her mom isn't beneath Sam. This is why I think she was still horrible this season. Friends that have watched the show who aren't even huge fans have pointed out these things and said that they hate Sam, so believe me when I say that it is not just a hate community. There are valid reasons to dislike Sam, and the ones I pointed out are: I'm sorry, giving Sam PTSD was good character development, but it didn't make her likable to me, like it seemed to do for some other people. If you like Sam, then good for you. I'm not knocking you for liking her. This is just why I don't like her. One thing I'll give to the writers, though, is that I understood her point of view more this season than the previous seasons. It's the same for Robbie. Hell, I like Robbie better than Sam, but like I said earlier in the video, I totally understand her not being with him anymore. So I'm sure there's more nitpicks of stuff Sam did, but these are the main things I thought of when I watched the season. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then please leave a like and subscribe to see more content like this. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments, even if you do disagree. I'm curious to see why. I read all the comments, so don't hold back. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram if you want to stay up to date on when I post, or just any thoughts I have. You can also message me on there as well. I promise I'll get back to you. Until the next video, peace.